I have a rant I need to get off my chest, and I was looking at the week schedule here, and I didn't see where we were going to be able to fit it in. And so we're just going to do it right now, just you and me, Monday morning, talking about the JD Vance quote about the school shooting in Georgia.
I don't like this. I don't like to admit this. I don't like that this is a fact of life. But if you are a psycho and you want to make headlines, you realize that our schools are soft targets. And we have got to bolster security at our schools.
And there was this kind of meta media conversation around this phrase "fact of life" and whether that was offensive or not. That JD said that he doesn't like that this is a fact of life, and I don't really have strong feelings about that debate and whether the other people are taking him out of context or not. Because to me, it's the next sentence that's the bad one. But if you are a psycho and you want to make headlines, you've realized that our schools are soft targets, and we've got to bolster security at our schools. Like I don't really know if JD believes this, or if this is just like insulting to everybody. This notion that somebody that is running for the vice presidency of the United States thinks that the right thing to do in the face of this epidemic of school shootings that only happens in this country, like the thing is that we need to get more security at our schools. Like, I guess so. I'm for additional school security, but like the notion that this is the solution to this, or that this is even an important part of the solution, is like fucking insulting and ridiculous. Because like there is no, unless we're turning the schools into maximum security prisons, unless we're creating a public school TSA system, which would like cost like half the defense budget, because there are orders of magnitude more schools in this country than there are airports. So unless that's the plan, where we're doing one in, one out, where people, you got to buzz people in, and like the gate closes. And there's some schools that have this. I mean, like you're doing that at every school in the country. Then, as we all know, the other things will become soft targets, right? Like there'll be soccer games or basketball games or school picnics or school functions. But that I guess is JD Vance's solution, that we're going to have maximum security prisons where people come one in, one out. I don't exactly know how we're going to pay for that. I don't think that that's a serious proposal that he really thinks that we should do, because it's not something that's going to be that is going to be put into place, and there are all kinds of practical reasons that we all know. I think about my high school in Colorado. It has probably 20 entrances, right? Like, what are they going to build the Great Wall of China around it? As I picture it, I one time tweeted out a picture of my high school from above to somebody that was talking about school security, and said, what's your plan on securing a campus such as this? I think about, I was picking up when we were in Dallas. I went to meet one of my college besties, and we did school pickup together before the show. And we went there, and it was right after the school shooting. And I'm watching, and they go to a fancy school in suburban Dallas, and they have a security guard, and you got to check in to get into the school, all the basic stuff. But at dismissal, what happens? Like the kids leave. Like the kids all leave, and some of them walk home, like my friend did with his kid. Some of them have car pickup. Some of them, there are a lot of different. Some of them have carpool. So multiples of them are running out together. I was just sitting there watching this. Like you don't want to have these horrible nightmares in your mind when you're doing your school pickup with your buddy. But I was just watching all this. And I'm like, what is the plan here for securing this situation? Like if there's a kid that goes to this school that wants to, what did he say? Make headlines and find a soft target. Like they're going to be able to figure out that they can just do it at dismissal or at pickup or at, again, a sporting event. Like the whole thing is fucking insulting. It's insulting to our intelligence to say that this is the solution, and it's callous, And the reality is, I would prefer if JD Vance would just say, I don't give a fuck about the school shootings. I don't care. I don't think that we can do anything about it. I care more about ensuring that 20-year-olds have unfettered access to assault rifles and bullets than I care about this. I care more about like my "Don't Tread on Me" flag, and the fact that we're not going to be a country where we have gun buybacks or where we have requirements about how you store your weapon. I care more about my fetishization of this weapon than I do about these deaths. At least that's honest. At least that's honest. Don't fucking spit on me and tell me that you care about these kids and that your solution is we need fencing around every school. It's ridiculous. It's not true. It's not the answer. We all know what the answer is. You don't want to do it, JD Vance. You're not interested in doing it. And so you're happy to just do Russian roulette with kids' lives at schools. Like, that's where you've landed on this because you care more about the guns. I mean, we look at the situation in Georgia, and the dad, thank God, is going to be held accountable for this. It seems like at least he's going to have to go to trial. And it's like the FBI came to this house and warned him that his kid was making threats, and he still gave his kid a gun as a present. Like, the security at the school is the problem, or that dad, or the parent is the problem, and the laws are the problem, and the way that and what the limitations on what that FBI agent could do is the problem. Because that kid, if his school was the most secure school that we have in the entire country, it wouldn't have fucking mattered. Could have gone to a different school, could have gone to the mall, could have gone to the movie theater, could have gone to wherever. So anyway, I'm sick of it. And I will not allow these things to go by where people that want totally unfettered rights to weaponry, to high powered weaponry, to like gaslight us into thinking that there's some other solution than the one that is obvious. So anyway, that is my rant about JD Vance. I had another rant, which maybe we'll do later this week, about Donald Trump. I don't know if you see this. Speaking about school hallucinations, Donald Trump was talking, I think for the second or third time now, about how little Johnny can go to school, get operated on, get a sex change operation, and then come out the other side as a woman. Well, that's something that's happening in our schools, crazy in our country. So like these guys like live in a totally fabricated hallucination. And rather than actually deal with the real problems that we have in this country, that's where they're going to live. We're not going to try to live there here on this podcast.